We have a good relationship with South by. We love these guys, and I'm very, very honored to be able to introduce the restoration of Phantasm. I had the opportunity to see this at Bundamathon, and let me tell you guys, it looks fucking amazing. And when people think about restorations, a lot of times the focus is on how good it looks. This restoration in particular sounds amazing too. They did a lot of restoration work on the audio, and it's very, very awesome. Almost more impressive than the visuals. But the visuals are great too. I don't think anybody's here. Is anybody here from the movie? All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure, so probably won't be a Q&A. I will tell you a little bit about what Don talked about at BNet, just so that we're all on the same page. Is there anybody here who hasn't seen Phantasm? Have people not seen Phantasm? Oh, holy shit. You are all in for a fucking treat. That's so awesome. I'm very, very excited for all of you to be able to experience it the first time this way. So yeah, Don Coscarelli made this movie in 1979. And for a lot of us that were born and grew up in the 80s, it was a mainstay of VHS horror films and spawned several sequels, and it's just a really, really great experience. And apparently, when J.J. Abrams was working on The Force Awakens, he wanted to screen Phantasm for the cast and crew. And in fact, if some of you may not be aware, but Captain Phasma, that's played by Gwendolyn Christie in the new Star Wars movie, is named Captain Phasma after Phantasm. J.J. Abrams just loves this fucking movie, and so he called Don and was like, hey, we'd really like to show this film. Do you have a print that you can send over? And Don was like, well, I do, but it's really faded and it's kind of beat up. And since it's just us, I'm gonna give you a little mini film history lesson. Yes, thank you very much. So up until like 1983, film stocks used acetate and a certain chemical wash process that they found out they had been using it for decades, and they realized around 1983 that the problem with that was that the color would fade out of the prints. So if you guys have seen old prints that are really, really red, that stock is made by Kodak. It was called Eastman SP, and it was used on the vast majority of US released prints up until 1983. Obviously this film was made in 1979, and so Don told J.J. Abrams that all of the prints that he's aware of, even the prints that the rights holders have, had already faded to red. So they're B-red, they're scratched, they're not in good shape, they don't look good. And that's why J.J. Abrams was like, well, why don't I step in? And you guys will see the Bad Robot logo on this restoration. And he and Bad Robot stepped in and took the original camera negatives and restored all the color and did a nice 4K scan of all the footage. And like I said, did a really big audio restoration as well. And the results are very, very impressive. You guys are really going to enjoy it. That's all. I'm not going to say anymore. I've probably bored you enough at this point. So anyway, and so really quickly though, if some of you haven't been to the Alamo, please don't talk during the movie. Please don't talk to your neighbors. Please don't pull out your cell phone. Please don't text people. Be respectful of your neighbors. Be quiet. Tip the hardworking waitstaff when they drop the checks, and enjoy Phantasm.